a man who was promoted from the qualifying at the start of the tournament, Chen from Chinese Taipei, up against the Asian Games gold medalist, Shi Feng. Well, as far as the men's singles draw is concerned, only 5 seeds at quarterfinal stage, 2 in the top half of the draws. You can see, mind you, we only started with 7 seeds because Anthony Ginting pulled out. But look at that, 7 different flags, making it the most diverse of all 5 disciplines. 2 players from Malaysia, and one of those players, the Olympic bronze medalist, Lee Jia, has been beaten by Jonathan Christie. That's the only quarter-final, as you can see, that's taken place so far. Well, what an occasion for Chen, because this is his first ever quarter-final at this level of tournament. Of course, he's won a Super 300 event in the past. That was the Saeed Modi 300 event in Lucknow at the end of last year. And incidentally, that tournament counts towards the race to the World Tour finals this year. Well, this is the 3rd meeting, as you can see, and Li Shifeng has won both of the previous and won them both in 2 straight games. Last time they met was in the Korean Open, another Super 500 event. First round it was at the Korean Open, 21-15, 21-14 in 40 minutes for Li Shifeng. What an opportunity, what an occasion for Chen. Actually, I played in this event last year, and he came through the qualifying a year ago before losing in the first round to Jonathan Christie, who then reached the quarter-final stage. 27 years of age, from the major port city of Keelung in the northeastern part of the island. A 183 is about 6 foot tall, and he's playing off his career high of 30. On Tuesday, earlier this week, he went up 1 place to 30, which is his 2nd spell at his career high. Now look at that, in the 2nd round, he beat the Olympic silver medalist and the reigning world champion and the winner last week, Kumamoto, the number 3 seed, and he beat him very convincingly. Look at that, just 34 minutes for 21-19, 21-10. Extraordinary results. So he's obviously playing well. So to the Asian Games gold medalist, Li Shifeng is the younger of the 2 at the age of 24 from Nanchang, the capital of Jiangxi province, Langlong province in southeast China. Currently 9 on the world ranking, and he has been as high as 3. 13 weeks in total across 2 different spells. And looking at his matches so far, well, in the very first round, he was taken to 3 games against the winner of the Japan Open, Alex Lanier from France, and then beat Kumamoto, the home player, in yesterday's encounter. So, in fact, both of his opponents in the first 2 rounds here in Kumamoto have been against winners of the Japan Open, which is a 750 event, a tier higher than this tournament here. So our court officials for this one, Sakamoto of Japan in the umpire's chair, and Cynthia Tam from Australia is the service judge.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Chen, Chinese Taipei. And on my left, Shi Feng, China. Ji Ren to serve. Love ball. Play.
So it is the man who was promoted from the qualifying draw into the main draw. Chen, nearest to us, getting this men's singles quarterfinal underway against the Asian Games gold medalist.
Service over.
Now, Steen, I was saying in the introductions that Chen won the Saeed Modi 300 event at the end of last year. He's also been in a final this year of 300 and above. That was his home event, the Taipei Open. Had a wonderful tournament, beat Wan Sui in the quarterfinal, semi-final, beat Chen, and then lost to his teammate Lin Chun-yi, the left-hander, in the final. But that is rather revealing in itself, isn't it? Because that shows the strength and depth of men's singles players from Chinese Taipei.
Yeah, they really impressed me over the last 1.5 years or so with the amount of strong players that are entering the World Tour, not only in the men's singles discipline. Lots of good men's doubles players. We know that, winning twice Olympic gold, but women's doubles is also starting to show signs of progress and ability to compete at the very highest level.
1, 2.
Yeah, I agree. Well, when you think that Chen is number 30 in the world, and he's the 5th ranked player from Chinese Taipei.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah.
And he's 27 on the race to the World Tour finals. He can't make it to the World Tour finals, but he's the 6th from Chinese Taipei on the race to the World Tour finals at 27.
Yeah. They're really supporting the tournaments. And
Service over.
Yeah, there's a couple of other tournaments going on this week here. I saw in Europe there's an international series that's also with Chinese Taipei participation. So lots of hopeful badminton players coming on there, and I expect in some years' time we must see some kind of Tai Tzu-Ying effect in women's singles as well, where youngsters have been inspired by her and now making their way, or then in the future making their way forward in women's singles badminton.
Yeah. Beautiful, absolutely wonderful shot from Chen. Now, Steve, for people who may not be that familiar with his style, just give us a brief synopsis of his qualities.
He's a relatively tall man, but he's actually got a relatively good defense, in my opinion. A little bit, he seems like having a low gravity. So apart from that good defense, then he plays a very solid game. Good shot quality. Takes his chances at the net here. He didn't succeed, but he did when he was playing Vitisan. Yeah, it's simply just playing good, solid, basic badminton, and as the match grew, when he was playing the world champion, he got more and more confident and got his attack through. So there's nothing that he really can't do. And I wonder if we're going to see it here, but he's got a very, very good cross steep smash from his forehand side. One of the shots that I particularly love, and he displayed that a couple of times yesterday against Vitisan. I tried to figure out who he was reminding me of, and I might be a little bit wrong because my memory is not that strong, but I'm thinking of a player who represented both Indonesia and I also think he represented Chinese Taipei.
Kumamoto.
Exactly.
I tell you who he reminds me
Service
of.
over.
Yeah.
Jiangnan
6,
on a singles
5.
court.
Yeah.
Olympic champion in both mixed doubles
Yes.
and men's doubles.
Yeah.
His mannerisms, the
Yeah,
way
yeah.
he walks, the way he moves. Well taken. Very well taken.
Service over.
And the question mark here is if he's got
6 all.
if he's got enough pace, if his skills is going to hold up when the pace goes up a little bit, because I think the Shi Feng, apart from all the strapping he's got on his thighs, he must have stolen the Uber Cup team's strapping role there.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say that needed a
Service over.
challenge, but the line judge
7,
changed
6.
their mind.
I think Shi Feng in Denmark Open was the second best player in the tournament, apart from Anders Antonsen. They played a fantastic match against each other in the quarterfinal.
Service over.
Where Antonsen won it closely
7
in the third
all.
game. So
22-20.
yeah, and Shi Feng, he's out, I think, to secure himself a spot in the World Tour finals. A come from behind spot. He's only played 12 tournaments, so he's got full points for this one and his home tournament in Shenzhen next week.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And for the record, he's currently
8,
away down at
7.
15, isn't he, on
Yeah.
the race to the World Tour finals? Look at that athleticism.
Current result here would see him go to 10th. Depending a little bit how Jonathan Christie fares. Christie's also in with an outside
9,
chance, so it's
7.
really exciting in the men's singles.
Yeah.
There's a lot of players that can still qualify.
That was a nice net shot. Yeah.
Super.
Tight spinning net shot from Shi Feng,
10,
setting
7.
up the rally. Look at that. I'm
See?
pretty certain that got the net cord too.
Okay.
Wonderful. Four straight points. From 6-7 adrift. Another nice net shot, another short lift. And same result, the
11,
opportunity
7,
to play the
8
winner.
double.
So 5 straight points into the mid-game interval with a 4-point advantage. The number 7 seed, Shi Feng. Look where his feet are. He's nowhere near the back of the court, and that was entirely forced by the quality of his net shot. 9 minutes to the mid-game interval.
Hot 1, 20 seconds. Hot 1, 20 seconds. Chen.
Second time that we've had the Kumamoto Masters.
11-7.
First a year ago, and it was a huge
Play.
success. So the first thing that Shi Feng has got to do is stop this run of points. 5 straight points for Shi Feng before the mid-game interval.
Great.
Yeah, that's a beauty.
Fantastic shot placement.
12-7.
Hit the top of the tape again. His net shot, Shi Feng.
It's fascinating, Steen, because you said in the early stages when you were just summing up the style of Shi Feng, it's going to be interesting whether he can live with the pace.
And he can't at the moment.
At the moment, he can't.
No. And it can be so hard to tell the difference or to tell why is it actually that this player wins, especially because we don't have that 3D feeling at the net. See, is the net shots really tight? Is there deceptions on the shots from the front court? Do they look alike? Is there a little bit extra pace in the flat game?
8-30.
But at the moment, all these things are working in favor of Shi Feng.
Yeah. Well, the run of points comes to an end, but it was 7 straight points, which really has put a different complexion on this opening game.
Was a little taste of that steep smash from the forehand side. Not efficient enough. Didn't get the right hit on it. That one.
14-8.
But even more importantly, Shi Feng was at it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, players back on court.
I think I'd like to see Shi Feng use the back of the court more now that he's hitting against the drift. I don't feel that he's used that to his advantage as much as he could have done.
And he's tried to play the forehand of Shi Feng, but without pressure.
Yeah.
And then it's too easy for the Chinese. And also, I feel that when he's attacked, I praised his shot quality earlier on. But it was a little bit the same pattern yesterday when he played Vitisan. In the opening stages when he attacked, it was not accurate enough. You cannot play it almost in the middle of the right-hand field or the left-hand field. You've got to get much, much closer to the line in order to create openings. And you can see, if you just look at the court, then Shi Feng seems in total control at the moment. It can change, but that's a good one.
Yeah, super shot.
Service over. 9-14.
That was dangerous.
Wow, that's well played Shi Feng.
Service over.
But that's very well taken.
9.
The cross-court, attempted cross-court clear from deep in the forehand corner from Shi Feng. I don't think that was the right choice of shot. No. I think that played him into trouble. Landed in.
Service over. 10-15.
Plum on the line there. Much better play by Chen.
In that he's
11,
taking it early.
15.
Taking it early, putting pressure on. That was before that he had a really good trajectory and put pressure on Shi Feng in his forehand corner, but that ups the general pace of the rally because Shi Feng is playing well, and he sees that he has a chance to win this first game, even though he plays the more difficult side, in my opinion. So the question mark is, I mean, can he consistently do this, Chen? He's got to attack. It's 2.
He's found the line.
Service over.
That is magnificent control,
16,
seeing as he's hidden with the drift. In fact, it's just inside the line. Oh, well taken. Yeah, you see,
Service over.
I think that Chen
12,
could have afforded
16.
to sort of commit to the front of the court earlier on in this game, because it's so difficult for his opponent to control hitting to the back.
Yeah.
Oh, he was lucky there.
D, get ready quicker.
See, that's much better. Just 2 rallies ago, he hit a smash in the other side. It was in the middle of the service field. Now this is much more difficult for Shi Feng to get to. Of course, the risk is a little bit bigger as well, so you have to be in reasonable balance to play it.
That's a fantastic shot. All about angle and placement.
60.
Great disguise on that too, with the reverse slice.
And again, good placement in terms of shot quality.
Nice.
That was just the trajectory that Shi Feng was looking for.
17.
Almost impossible
14.
to see whether it's a cross or a straight or a body smash there.
He's going to challenge that.
TotalEnergies challenges called out.
That was awfully close.
I think it will be with the smallest of margins if it's touched the line. Oh no.
Collection in.
Did.
What a great challenge.
Service over. 15, 17. Play.
6 of the last 8 points to Chen.
Service over. 18, 15.
That's the one.
Yeah, and not even as dangerous as he can play them, but it's a really good shot.
18.
Very few plays that often, but it's super efficient. Think about what Shi Feng has to cover the next time. He also has to cover the straight smash.
Yeah.
He's got to cover the straight drop, straight clear.
Well, he wouldn't have to if he doesn't lift to the deep forehand corner.
No.
That's going wide. It's a pity from Chi Jen's point of view.
Service over. 19-16.
Okay.
Good defense. What a good rally. Possibly the longest rally of this match so far as well. Well reached.
Wide.
Oh, he's missed it.
Wipe the coach.
Would you believe it?
Service over. 17-19.
It got Chi Jen out of position.
Okay, back on court.
Shi Feng. Indeed, it is the longest rally by some margin. And long rallies like that, I think, in the recent past, has hurt Shi Feng.
Yeah, I agree.
Play.
With all his injury woes, we can see he's got both knees strapped, but he's got something wrong with his foot as well. And maybe isn't able to train as hard as he would like.
Chi Jen's also taking his time here.
Brilliant. That's a super smash.
18.
Only 1 point in
19.
it. When you consider he was 9-15 down, 6 points adrift. This is a remarkable comeback. Missed it. It's 19 all.
19 all.
That's just extraordinary. On a run of 4 straight points,
20. Game point. Return the
Chi Jen
Okay.
has now a game point opportunity.
20. Game point. 19.
He's taken the opening game. Absolutely extraordinary. On a run of 5 straight points. 21-19. Opening game to a man who was promoted from the qualifying draw, Chi Jen. And that long rally of 52 shots. And I think that did make a big difference. That has hurt Shi Feng. But their confirmation that Shi Feng has taken the opening game, 21-19.
Hot 1, 20 seconds. Hot 1, 20 seconds. Please put the gun to the side. Put the belt. Thank you. Second game. Level. Play.
So Shi Feng of Chinese Taipei, 1 game to the good against the Asian Games gold medalist and number 7 seed Shi Feng. Who would have predicted that when he was 9-15 down, and in fact 16-19 down. One of 5 straight points to close out the opening game. It's gone long as well.
That's the last 4 net exchanges that he's made errors on Shi Feng after that long rally, as you pointed out.
Yeah.
And, well, he's playing the better side now, so he should be able to come back. But he played all out in that first game and spent a lot of energy.
Service over.
I realized that in a number of the rallies he was actually conducting the rallies, but still he played all out there.
Missed it.
2-0. Play on. Three, 2.
Oh my goodness. A moment of magic.
Service over.
Nice net game he's played the last 8-9 rallies. Shi Feng.
Pushed it long.
Service over.
Well, Steen, we've had 3 men's singles players at Super 500 events who've come from the, been promoted from the qualifying, or during the pandemic they were promoted. There was no qualifying event.
There was only reserve lists.
There was only reserve lists. 3 different men's singles players have been promoted from the qualifying and gone on to win a Super 500 title. The first, I'm sure you remember, it was a great final too against Anthony Ginting in Hong Kong, and that was Lee Chuk Yu.
Lee Chuk Yu, his home event.
Yeah, this is a good rally. Brilliant. And then we had, it happened twice in 2022. The Korean Open, Wing Hong Yang was promoted from the reserve list because we were coming out of COVID. And the Malaysian Masters, Chico Dwi Wodoyo.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not unheard of.
No. I sort of watching this match here, I get the feeling that that Shi, the way he started out in the first game, the shot quality wasn't really there, but it became better and better as the match progressed. And I'm not sure he realizes how good he is himself, or how big potential he's got. But he's a very exciting player to watch, in my opinion.
Service over.
I don't know if there's anyone, perhaps like Shi Feng, but obviously the big attack, and he's already an established star. But he plays good defense. He can attack as well. He's good at the net. So I mean, when Chen came forward first, he had a lot of potential. Couldn't always get it all together and so on. But with experience, he's had a wonderful career. And I think that Chen, he could do the same. He should believe a little bit extra in himself, I think.
Yeah.
There was that smash. And then the straight one. That's brilliant.
So the variation.
Service over. 5-0.
A lot of singles players becomes a bit more predictable in the long forehand than the long backhand. If you got that cross smash in your game, then it's very, very difficult for the opponent targeting your forehand as well. And right now, the long forehand of Chen is the most safe corner for Shi Feng. Slight sideways drift, slight drift coming from Chen towards Shi Feng. So it's the slowest corner, which means that he's less likely to make errors playing that corner, Shi Feng.
Service over. 6-0.
Oh, that's a super shot.
7-6.
Totally deceived his opponent. That's nice play. Oh, that's worth a challenge.
Yeah, I think so too.
He is challenging.
Challenges called out. Wipe the court, please.
I don't know, maybe I just noted that the shuttle sort of jumped back in on the court. It might have landed wide, but definitely agree that it's worth a challenge.
I think it may have caught the outside edge. Indeed it did.
Collection in. Service over. 7-0.
Oh, another great challenge by Chen. Oh my goodness, indecision there. Can't afford that.
Service over.
Got to be decisive.
8-7. Different challenges called in.
I think that one may have been wide. You're not offering an opinion.
No. I'll side with Hawkeye.
Here we go.
Yeah, you're right, John.
Yeah. Another good challenge this time from Shi Feng.
10-7. Play.
So it's a 4-point advantage at the
8-double.
mid-game interval here in the second game. And the advantage with Shi Feng. Mind you, he had a 4-point advantage at the mid-game interval of the opening game and he couldn't convert.
Hold 1, 20 seconds. Hold 1, 20 seconds. Back on court. 11-7. Play.
So on a run of 4 straight points, a 4-point advantage for the Asian Games gold medalist, Shi Feng.
12-7.
Just seems to have lost his way a little bit, Chi Jin.
I think it's Shi Feng who's taking control. I mean, I think his sort of toolbox in terms of playing this near side is bigger than Chi Jin's playing the far side, playing with the drift.
14-7.
7 straight points. Finally, that run comes to an end. And not a moment too soon as far as this man is concerned, Chi Jin. Oh, that's very quick follow-up.
It is.
9-14. Service over.
Nice idea.
15-9.
Yeah, but there's too many of the shots from Chen at the moment that's hit or miss, and there's too many misses amongst them. Plus, he's going to need them
16
in a deciding game. I think right now he's fallen too far behind.
79.
10 of the last 12 points to Shi Feng, this man. Oh,
Port.
yeah, touched the net. Good spot by the umpire.
Service over. 10-17.
Missed it.
Service over.
3 points away from a
18.
third and deciding game.
Service over. 11-18.
One of the problems for Chi is also that Shi Feng has had a fairly easy second game here so far. So if he was feeling the pace a little bit at the end of the first game, he would have recovered here.
Service over. 19-11.
That was a nice smash. Game point opportunities to level this
20
quarter-final
game
at
point,
1 game all.
11.
9 opportunities for Shi Feng. One game all.
Game.
21-11. Second game in favour of the number 7 seed from China.
21-11. One game all.
43 minutes into the match. And it's 1 game apiece.
court. Final game. Level. Play.
So third and deciding game. The number 7 seed, the Asian Games gold medalist Shi Feng, far side of the courts, up against the man promoted from the qualifying draw, Chen of Chinese Taipei.
1-love.
That's landed in. Oh, he's challenging that.
Receive for challenges.
It looked like
in.
he when he challenged, and then he sort of like, oh no, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. But I mean, I think that we've seen today that the drift is quite pronounced, lengthways drift,
Yeah.
which just makes it bizarre that Shi Feng chose to receive, having won the toss of the coin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's clearly that's a wasted challenge.
Challenge successful. 1 challenge remaining. 2-love. Play.
Super. A lot of his
Service over.
shots to the back court from that
1,
corner there.
2.
Chi is going to the long forehand of Shi Feng. He anticipated it. There was nothing wrong with the length. Fantastic play by Shi Feng. Ready for that flat push to the backhand side. He's just missed a spinning net shot on the return, Chiu-Jen, and then oftentimes you want to go for something else. You want it away from the net where you've made the mistake, and he was ready for it, Chinese.
That time it was a good return of serve from Chi.
Service over. 3.
Hold a little flick over
Deception.
the head. Yeah. Great follow-up. My goodness me, that's quick.
Service over. 4-3.
He's going to attack and come forward, Shi Feng. It's going to be interesting to see if he attacks from his forehand. Chiu-Jen, I've seen him previously be able to whip it long. Super.
Five, 3.
There's more of an effort to get behind the shuttle early.
Yeah.
So then he's got the options.
I think perhaps in the first game he got lulled to sleep a little bit. It went so well up until 1916, so peace and no danger, and then all of a sudden, Chi produced some really, really good shots.
Play.
And Shi Feng missed on the net.
He's been far more proactive, hasn't he, since that opening game?
Yeah, definitely. And this is how we used to see him when he won his All-England title and the Asian Games on home soil.
Yeah, both of those titles last year.
after that, I mean, given the way Axelsen was struggling with injuries and stuff like that, I had Shi Feng as one of my favorites for the Olympic title, but his body declined.
Line judge indicating out first of all, then calling it in.
4-6.
No challenge from Shi Feng. I think he knows it was on the line.
And even if he was a little bit uncertain, he probably don't want to risk the last one.
No.
The last challenge.
Bet.
He's extremely slow. He always lets the server take the position before he gets ready. Shi Feng.
Reached. Oh! Then it's the power play. He pulled his opponent out of position first of all. Did Shi Feng by playing that shot, and then goes for the body smash on his next opportunity to attack. Look at this.
Thank you. Thank you.
Towards the right hip. That is perfect placement.
Play.
Another body smash.
Yeah, 2 in a row.
Yeah.
Outright winners. The stakes have been raised. The bars have been raised. Chi then has to find an answer. Cross net. It's always the diagonal.
What, from Shi Feng?
No, yeah, when he plays that cross net drop, then Chi Chen is always either blocking straight or lifting cross back. There's nothing to the backhand side of, to the long backhand of Shi Feng, and especially not the cross net to Shi Feng's forehand side, which would be very difficult footwork-wise for him.
What a net shot from Shi Feng. That's amazing. It just moved from the back of the court.
And that injection of pace, the last step. Oh, we don't get to see it. He took it so high.
So to the mid-game interval, and the change of ends, and it is a 6-point advantage for Shi Feng in this deciding game against Chi Chen. And he looks, the Asian Games gold medalist, as if he's very much in command now of this match.
Hot one, 20 seconds. Hot one, 20 seconds.
Well, I said just before the change of ends that I felt that Shi Feng was very much in command of this quarterfinal now. It's going to take a huge effort from Chen to come back now. I think in this deciding game, he's playing the more difficult end. He's hitting with the drift. Now, challenge here from Chen. I think the line judge was absolutely right on that one.
Unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. 12-5. Play.
First time he's been rung on a challenge today, Chen.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's superb.
13-5.
And again, totally controlling, I think, every department of the game, isn't he?
Yeah.
5.
When he lost the opening game, the last 5 points or so, he was being beaten on the net. But now Shi Feng is very much in command of the front court area. And again.
He's daring Shi to lift, and if he doesn't lift, then Shi Feng is closing down the net. And if he lifts, there's a good chance that he gets under it and attacks.
Yeah, that straight drop from around the head position. He made it look easy, but technically that's not an easy shot to play.
Super difficult because it has to be so accurate to be efficient. If it becomes too long, then you're going to run the long distance yourself. Exhibition badminton at the moment from Shi Feng.
5.
Oh, it's landed in.
Service over. 6-17. Service over. 18-6.
Lovely block. I tell you what, Steen, I mean, there's no question that Shi Feng is controlling this now. But I've been impressed by Chen because he's not given up. Every rally, he's still given his all.
Yeah.
And for a first ever quarterfinal at this level of tournaments, I think he's done himself proud. I don't think that...
Yeah, and there's lots to take away.
Absolutely.
First game, absolutely brilliant when he first sort of got used to the situation.
Yeah. Match point opportunities for Shi Feng.
Service
Well,
over.
that's a bit of
7-20.
a dampener, isn't it, on your match point? Serve into the net. That's drifted wide.
Game.
I think we can safely say Shi Feng is happy with that. Through to the semi-final with a 3-game victory over Chen of Chinese Taipei. An hour and 2 minutes for his victory. And perhaps a lack of concentration, perhaps feeling the fatigue of a really long rally towards the end of that opening game, but he had looked in control at 19-16, but contrived to lose that opening game, mainly due to the brilliance of Chen. But he's safely through to the semi-final. 19-21, 21-11, 21-7 in the deciding game. This is the final rally, lets it drop wide. And the little celebration jump from Shi Feng. So through to the semi-final, and we will discover a little later on, 2 matches time, who will play in the semi-final. But Shi Feng, the Asian Games gold medalist, 21-7 in that deciding game, beats Chen of Chinese Taipei.